Good morning, everybody. I hope you can hear my voice clearly and also see my screen. Today is 29th of April. So today I want us to start off. With the Gbp Usd. You remember what we said previously on this chart? We were looking at this level here around 1.4005, the one at the top. We mentioned that as long as the price was not able to break beyond it, that was going to be a very good place to look for a sell from. So as it is now, we are still waiting for sell positions. We want price to successfully get to this level here. If the price can come back up to around this zone, then this will give us a correct place to look for a sell from. Our expectation is that the price may continue down up to this point where we're going to be looking for a buy position. So if you didn't buy it, this is a pending buy limit. This is not a buy already. We also didn't buy it here. If you didn't buy it, you can still place a pending buy limit here and then have your take profit fixed at this point at 1.4005, and then have your stop loss where I'm having my stop loss. So this is if the price does not clearly break beyond this level and instead pulls back to the same point. But if the price goes beyond 1.4005 and ends up closing above it, then that will mean we are now continuing to the upper side. We actually expect price to proceed up the top up to around 1.4142. A break beyond this level will mean we are continuing even further to the upper side. So my next symbol is Euro USD. So on this chart yesterday, we had some consolidation. We were not seeing any clear trend. This is what I'm having now. Look at the way this in an active option. The price has been very much to the upper side. We keep seeing higher lows. We have this is like some shape formation within an active uptrend. We have this here, and then we have that. Then I'm going to add an indicator, the zigzag indicator. So as I mentioned sometimes back, remember I actually use the zigzag indicator just for the stop losses and to get out of trades. So we have this from this point. Look at the price from this point. The price keeps forming higher lows. We have a lower low, we have a higher low, then we have another higher low, we have another higher low, then the price has gone down and somehow touched the low. So if you took a buy from somewhere around this point, you're supposed to have held onto that buy until when this happened, when the price went below the previous low. But as it is now, you can see that we somehow are still upwards and we expect a buy from this point. Yeah. So expect that if the price does not close below 1.2117, then this should give us a correct place to look for a buy from. If the price does not go below this point, then this should give us a correct place we want to look for a buy from. So if you buy it there, expect a continuation much higher. Your stop loss should be below this low, this one here. That means we want to have our stop loss at least around this level here. So we'll buy it. Just let me pick the buy already. We'll buy it. Then we place our stop loss at this point here, at this level. Our take profit is fixed at this point. So you can basically see that we have a resistance, we have a resistance, there is this break above. As we are speaking now, the price is still above the same zone. So if the way I've bought it, my take profit is fixed at this price here. Let's move forward to my next symbol, Usdjpy. So on this chart, basically we are in some uptrend. You remember what we said some few days ago. If we take this as the swing high, this is like a higher high, the first anchor point. Then the second one, which is this, is a lower high. Then you can see that there is this big red candle, green candle. This candle here opened below, and then it closed above everything. So after this close above this point. This was supposed to be a very good sign that you're supposed to pick a buy position, expecting the price to continue up to this point, where if the price should break beyond, then our next target is this. So technically, we are in an uptrend. We want to see a move up to this point, where if the price goes above, then the next move is up to 110.95. So my next symbol is Brent oil. Brent oil is still upwards. This is still upwards, just as you said some few days ago. And if you didn't buy it here, you still had the opportunity to buy it, because there is this trend line. It touched this high, the lower high, and then there was this candle which opened here and closed above the same trend line. So this was supposed to be a good place to look for a buy from. We do expect this buy to continue up, at least up to this point, at least up to this high. So if you took the buy position, if you took the buy after the break above this level, expect price to continue up at least up to 67.53. If the price goes above this level, then we do expect a continuation much higher. The next symbol is SP500. So SP500, this is upwards. I don't recommend a sell on this chart. I want to see maybe some pullbacks. If the price pulls back up to some key levels, then that will interest me. That will give me more interest to look for a sell. But as it is now, I don't recommend a sell on it. Instead, maybe the price should pull back up to this point so that you can pick a buy position, expecting that buy to take us even higher. My next symbol, and the last one for the day, I want us to look at gold. So gold, so far the price moved upwards. Yesterday we saw some recovery to the upper side. There's even some pin bar, which indicates that the price may continue upwards. So this is true that the price may continue to the upper side, because we do have a higher high, then a lower high. If you draw a trend line connecting these two joints, you can see that there is a break above. The price opened below and closed above. So after this close, we've been in an active uptrend, and we do expect price to continue up at least up to this point, up to around 1875.10. So if you're on this chart now, the pin bar you saw at this point is a good indication that the price may continue to the upper side. It's also happening around a very good level. So this is the level here. We have a support, there is a break below, then there's a break above. As it is now, this is still very much to the upper side. So expect a continuation to the upper side, at least up to around 1875.10. So that means this is a good place to wait for a buy from. As it is now, this will give us the ideal place where we want to look for a buy from. Let me give it a different appearance so that you're able to see it clearly. Right, so this is a good place we want to look for a buy from. If you're on this chart as we're speaking, keep looking for buy positions, especially while the price is above this zone. So following the previous day spin bar, this is upwards, at least up to this point, 1875.10. So thank you very much. That should bring us to the end of today's analysis. We'll meet again tomorrow at the same time. So thank you. See you.